Yo, what's good, fellas? Mark69 for you today. This is a video about my Pokemon progress. Well, not really, actually. This is a video concerning something that I believe I invented, a method that I'm going to call the Uchi Method, and we will see why. Now, before I show you, or tell you about the actual method, or show you about the actual method that I'm about to explain, I will explain what the method is. The reason why it's called the Uchi Method is because I figured I might as well name this shit after myself because I made it up. And I'm not too sure if it's pretty accurate, but as far as I'm concerned, it worked for me pretty well. And this method is for catching legendary Pokemon. First, obviously works on, I've used it on legendary Pokemon. That's what I've been using it on, to catch the legendary Pokemon easy. This shit will legit have your legendary Pokemon caught within 5 minutes. I am dead ass. I'm not playing around. My brother told me he had a hard time catching Landorus. It took him about like 20-something minutes. I was there when it happened, so I was like, oh, well, that kind of sucks. He was like level 70, all that crap. But when I caught Landorus, it literally took me 2-3 minutes to catch, and I caught him with a Pokeball. Yeah, a Pokeball. This is how it works. You start off fighting the legendary Pokemon. I would recommend paralyzing it and getting it to the red zone. Now, some may say, oh, well, why don't you just put it to sleep? Well, if you think about it, they won't be asleep forever, so then you have to use whatever move you had to use before again. But once you paralyze the guy, they stay paralyzed for the whole remainder of the battle. Quick, I'm just going to show you the legendary Pokemon that I've caught so far, and I'll show you the balls that I used. Balls. I caught Kyurem with a Great Ball, as you can see right there. I don't know if you can really see that. It's pretty blurry. But that's not a Master Ball, it's a Great Ball. I used that Great Ball on my Reshiram. Kyurem took me about, I would say, 2 minutes to catch, using my method. I caught Cobalion with an Ultra Ball. That's pretty standard. You know, usually you catch legendaries with an Ultra Ball. Terrakion, I caught with a Pokeball. Virizion, I caught with a Great Ball. Landorus, Great Ball. Oh, I thought I took on. Oh, Tornadus was the one I caught with a Pokeball. So those are basically all the legendary Pokemon that you can catch within this game until the other 3 legendaries are revealed via Wi-Fi event or something like that. Japan's gonna get them first if they don't already have them already. So let me explain the method now that you've seen my guys that I've caught. I've pretty much caught all legendaries that I can catch as far as right now goes. Like, I have Victini, but I caught Victini with a Great Ball. So, yeah. But basically, this method is basically a time saver method, and at the same time, it acts as a ball saver method in a way, if you think about it. So here's the method: paralyze the legendary, get their HP to red ball. If you can get them to 1 HP, that's awesome. As long as they're in red HP, you're good. The first thing you want to do, right when it's at red HP and it's paralyzed, the first thing you want to do, throw a Pokeball. Usually what happens with me is it'll move once, maybe twice, sometimes even 3 times, and that's pretty surprising on the first time you're throwing a ball at it and it's a legendary. So it's like, whoa, you kind of like get caught off guard. I'm pretty sure it's not going to stay within the ball. And if it does, then my method is amazing. If it doesn't, oh well. The next step is you're going to throw a Great Ball. Usually what's going to happen is, what music is this? The Great Ball, obviously, by definition, is better than a Pokeball. And then Ultra Ball, by definition, is also better than a Great Ball. Well, clearly that's how it's been for the past over 10 years. So basically, when you use a Pokeball and then you use a Great Ball, it kind of messes with the legendary, and it's like, okay, well, I don't have to try as hard to get out. No, this time I... So basically, the next step here, after you throw the Great Ball, is you want to throw another Pokeball. And with me, what happened was, sometimes you can mess with my method around. You can start using a Great Ball and throw a Pokeball, because you automatically think, since it's a legendary, you always have to throw an Ultra Ball, and that's not the case. You can try using an Ultra Ball, but make sure you have some type of pattern to it. So I guess basically the Uchi method is just to vary your balls and don't throw the same ball more than once, like in a row. So, like, don't go Pokeball, Ultra Ball, Ultra Ball. if you want, you do Pokeball, Ultra Ball, Pokeball, or you can do Pokeball, Ultra Ball, Great Ball, whatever you want. Literally, I'm not even kidding, and I swear to God this happened, and I wish I could have filmed it, but, you know, I didn't think that, like, I was just going to become a professional legendary Pokemon catcher. But here's what happened. I was catching Tornadus, and Tornadus and Thundurus are the two Pokemon in Black and White that scatter, they roam around the Unova region. To prevent that, from the first time you see it and you find it, you want to have a Pokemon that knows Mean Look. When it knows Mean Look, it traps the guy, so it can't go anywhere. And I'm not even kidding with you. I used Mean Look, and then since it was a gold bat, and I don't remember, I'm pretty sure it didn't know any type of move that had paralysis. All I did was I got it to the red HP. I threw a Great Ball, came out. I threw a Pokeball, literally the second ball I threw at it, and I caught it. If you don't want to take my word for it, you mean I just showed you all of my Pokemon that are legendary that I caught legitimately with no action replay whatsoever. This is all real life shit. As I'm saying, try my method out. Make sure you flip-flop your Pokeball choice. Like so. Okay, here's the gist of my whole Uchi method. Step 1. Paralyze. Or get to red HP. Whichever comes first, or if you do it at the same time, sweet. Suggested move, Body Slam. I know Reshiram. No. I know my Hydreigon knows it. So if you have a Hydreigon or a Dano... Oh, no, not a Dano. The one before Hydreigon. If you have a Hydreigon or the one before, or a guy that knows Body Slam, which is a move that does a pretty decent amount of damage and paralyzes, try using a move like that. Second step, once it's in the red HP and your legendary Pokemon is paralyzed, throw a Pokeball. If it doesn't stay, throw a Great Ball, etc. Make sure you vary the pattern between Pokeball and Great Ball. This pretty much, I know Zoroark isn't really considered a legendary, but he's like kind of in between. He's like the Lucario of this shit. So right now, I'm gonna try and use my own method in catching Zoroark. So let's check it out. So as I was saying before, Zoroark isn't technically a legendary, but I'm pretty sure it counts. I mean, I don't know. It'll just be an example of how my Uchi method works. I mean, Zoroark is like the Lucario of the 5th generation. So right about here, I'm gonna save it, so I don't have to deal with any of that grass shit anymore. Zoroark is technically not legendary, but for my Uchi method purpose, and since I caught all the legendaries prior to this, he's the closest thing to it. So here it is, the Uchi method. There it goes. Okay, so one thing you want to not do if you're using Entei is don't use Flare Blitz. Use Crush Claw. See what that happens. Alright, so that's weakened it. And considering that this is an emergency, I can't attack it anymore. Because even though it's in the yellow, if I hit it one more time, it will die. All I'm going to do is I'm going to use Howl. Oh, I can't use that after taunt. Alright, so I'm going to start throwing balls. And like I said, the first step of the Uchi method is to throw a Pokeball. Alright, no movement whatsoever. That's fine. After that, second step, throw a Great Ball. Now, since he's not in the red state, it probably won't work as well, but as you can see, I caught it with a Great Ball. So there you go. Uchi Method proved to be legitimate. I mean, I don't know. You can't really say since it's a Zoroark, it's not a legit legendary, but you know, it's the best you can get out of it. So nickname, no thanks. Got a Zoroark now, so now I'm going to probably add him to my party, maybe. Guys, that's my Uchi method. I hope it works. Just do what I did, except make sure it's in the red area. If it's not, and you're afraid that you may kill it by accident, my suggestion is, if you don't have another Pokemon that's around the same level of what you're using now, try and weaken it a little bit more with a weaker Pokemon. If not, try the Uchi method out. Even though I can't really guarantee it'll work as great as it would in the yellow zone as it would in the red zone, try it out. I mean, as you can see, I caught Zoroark on the second ball attempt with a Great Ball. So there you go, my turn 69. Hope you enjoyed this video. Signing out. Okay, so you receive it at level 10. Meta level 10, good endurance, modest nature, cool. What happened here? It's a dark type, scratch, leer, pursuit, fake tears. Fake tears. The user feigned crying to flush the tire harshly. Oh, so it just lowers the special defense. So